Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commentary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that pass! Goal for Manchester City!
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Gabriel! Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it out!
Good evening and welcome to our alternative coverage of the fifth round draw of the FA Cup. I'm your alternative presenter, Nicholas Jones, and this is the third from last draw of the competition. After that, it'll be the sixth round, which is the quarterfinals, and then the semi-finals. The FA Cup is this season's FA Cup is very much the most open that we've had in many years. No Arsenal, no Chelsea, no Liverpool, no Tottenham Hotspur. So we could yet have an unlikely winner. However, the likes of Manchester United, Newcastle United, and Manchester City are still there. So, we can now take a look at some of the many games that caught our attention. Well, actually, that we covered. Who could forget Plymouth Argyle's shock 1-0 victory against Liverpool yesterday, and Birmingham City putting up a brave fight against Newcastle United on Saturday, and also Aston Villa going through against Tottenham Hotspur, and this raised all sorts of questions for Spurs, and some of which depended on Ange Postecoglou's future. But we're not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about the draw for the FA Cup, and as you can see on the screen, there are three London clubs left. Doncaster Rovers is the lowest ranked club in the draw, and we could even see a surprise from the likes of Nottingham Forest, or even AFC Bournemouth, but that is all subject to whichever the draws that will be put in. Before we get into it, the matches are to take place on the weekend of the 1st of March, and doing the draw will be two Arsenal legends, Alex Scott of Arsenal. Alex Scott, who played for most of her career for Arsenal, will be drawing the home sides, and also Gunners legend Theo Walcott will be drawing the away sides. So we are just about a couple of minutes away. We're going to actually take a short break, but we will be back once the draws are ready. So do please stay with us. We will be back shortly. Welcome back to our alternative coverage of the 5th round draw, and we are but a few moments away from the draw taking place. And I've actually got to correct myself. Theo Walcott will be drawing the home side. Alex Scott will be drawing the away sides. Theo and Alex cult figures at Arsenal in their playing days. Alex holding the bag to put the balls into the bowl, and Alex Scott, Alex Scott's one of the best players for Arsenal women in both league and cup. And she even won the Women's World Cup at the iconic Wembley Stadium. And Theo Walcott, a Colts Arsenal player. I think the last time he won the cup with Arsenal was against Aston Villa in 2015. So let us go. So now let us take a look. At the draw numbers. We have 16 numbers, which will be put into 8 ties, and the winners of each tie will go through to the quarterfinals. We're now just a couple of minutes away from the ties to be determined, and what an amazing few games we had during the 4th round. Leyton Orient getting ahead of Manchester City due to an own goal scored by the latter side at first, but then Manchester City proving to be the superior side for them. And also, as I've mentioned, Plymouth Argyle winning through against Liverpool. Some of the fans of the clubs are being invited to watch the draw on over a special link. Just saw fans of Millwall, Wolves, and Crystal Palace, and some of the selected ball numbers are Manchester United and Manchester City, of course, the finalists last season, which Manchester United won. The other selected ball numbers are Brighton at number 3, Exeter or Nottingham Forest at number 5. That tie will take place tomorrow. And also coming up tonight, number 15, ball number 15, Doncaster Rovers or Crystal Palace. And also look out for Newcastle United at number 9, number 10, Plymouth Argyle, and also I'll get back to that. So the balls are now being placed into the bowl. Just want to make sure that no ball is left behind. And Theo places his hand into the bowl, and the first ball drawn out is number 4, Preston North End. At Deepdale, they will get number 13, Burnley. So Burnley travelling fans will not be too pleased, but it's a Lancashire derby all the same. Number 12, Aston Villa beat Tottenham Hotspur in the 4th round. And at Villa Park, they get number 16, Cardiff City, the only Welsh side left in the competition. And the next ball to be picked out is number 15, Doncaster Rovers or Crystal Palace. And it'll be interesting to see who the winners will get. And the answer is number 2, Millwall. So Doncaster or Crystal Palace against Millwall. Remember, Doncaster, the lowest ranked side left in the competition. Number 1, Manchester United. So another home match for them at Old Trafford. And they will host number 8, Fulham. So an all Premier League tie. And the next ball picked out is number 9. That's Newcastle United. We're given a really tough game against Birmingham City, but won in the end. And they will host number 3, Brighton and Hove Albion. So an all Premier League tie at St James's Park. Next ball out, number 11, AFC Bournemouth. And at the Vitality Stadium, the Cherries will get number 7, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Again, another all Premier League tie. Number 14 is Manchester City. Who will they get at the Etihad Stadium? And this is one of our picks, number 10, Plymouth Argyle. Can they defeat yet another Premier League side? We're now down to the final 2 balls. And the first one out, number 5, Exeter City or Nottingham Forest, which takes place tomorrow night. And whoever wins will host number 6, Ipswich Town. So that concludes our draw for the FA Cup and FA Cup 5th round. And just to remind you that the ties are to take place at the weekend of Saturday, the 1st of March, 2025. So now let's take a look at the fixtures. And I have to say, if Doncaster beat Crystal Palace and they get Millwall and they have to travel to Millwall, that could be a game worth watching. Also, another game that's of interest could also be Manchester City or against Plymouth Argyle. If Exeter beat Nottingham Forest, they will be up against another Premier League side in Ipswich. So could the underdogs keep surprising like they did in the 4th round? We would certainly like to see more. We would certainly like to see more open. We would certainly like to see the FA Cup being more open, but only time will tell. Can the likes of Manchester United and Manchester City keep their hopes alive, or will the Minnows cause yet another upset? I personally would like to see Fulham do something of the same to Manchester United. Nothing against Manchester United supporters, of course, but I think the football romantic in me would just like to see things more exciting. Anyway, that's it for the FA Cup 5th round draw. I've been Nicholas Jones. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and you can keep up to date with what's going on between Doncaster and Crystal Palace with all your favourite football results apps and other things, and also the same for Exeter against Nottingham Forest. That's all from us. Good night.